In today's video, you will learn how to create digital AI logo reveal animation in After Effects. By the way, you can get this After Effects template from the link in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started. So we are in After Effects. Let's create a new composition and name it as a main composition. I set the width and height 1920 by 1080 pixels, and you can see rest of the settings on the screen. So first, I'm going to create one more new composition, name it as a star shape, and I'm using 250 by 250 pixels for this comp. So we got a square shape composition, and now I'm going to create a star shape. So simply select a star tool, and then double-click to this icon to create a star, and make sure you select a gradient option. So first, I am going to rename this layer as a star shape, and then I'm going to open the polystar options. Here, first I change its points to 4 to get this look, although I scaled down a bit. And let's change the linear gradient, like this. Then I'm going to change inner radius to around 55. Then I change the inner roundness around 180% to get this shape. Let's go back to the main composition. And here I add a star shape comp into our timeline, and now I'm going to animate the shape. So first I scrub the time indicator around 1 second, and then press R on the keyboard and add a keyframe. Then I press S on the keyboard and add a keyframe as well. Then I press U on the keyboard to see both keyframes. After that, I go back to the first frame and change its rotation to around -180 degrees. Also, I reduce the scale to 0, so it will animate like this. After that, I select all the keyframes and change it to Bezier keyframe to smooth out the animation. And then I open the graph editor. Then I'm gonna click this icon to expand the graph. This way we can change it more easily. Now I change the speed graph like this to make it even smoother. After that, I rename this layer as Star Shape 1. Then I duplicate this layer and change its position like this. Press U to see the keyframes of this layer, and then I scale down a little bit. Now, I'm going to add a null object into timeline. Then I select both layers and parent them to null layer. Let's rename this as Star Shape Controller. After that, I press P on the keyboard, and then I add a keyframe. Then I scrub the timeline around 2 seconds, and then I change its position like this, so our star shape's moving upwards. Then I change the star shape scale to 0. Let's select both keyframes and make it Bezier keyframe. After that, I select star keyframes and adjust it a bit. Now select this layer and duplicate it. Also open all layers keyframes. Place time marker at 1 second, and then select the Star Shape 3 layer and remove the rotation. Also change its position like this, and then scale up around 90%. Then select all the keyframes and drag it forward. Also adjust the scale keyframes as I'm doing here. Check preview. After that, I drag the Star 2 layer forward slightly to get a randomness. It's looking good. After that, I go to Effects panel and search a glow effect, and then add it to shape layer 1. Let's change grow threshold to 90% and glow radius around 70%. Then I duplicate this effect and I change glow radius to around 200. So this effect gives our star a glowing look. So we successfully created our star animation, and now we are moving forward to create a text animation. So first, I select a text tool and then write our text into a composition. You can write anything you want. And then I align this text center of this. Next, I solo this layer and place the time indicator at the first frame. And then I open the text layer and I'm going to add a position into this. First, let's rename this Animating 1 to Position to recognize it. Then I turn on the ruler and add guidelines just like this. After that, I open the range selector. And then I'm going to change its position like this. So it goes downward, and then I add a keyframe on offset value. Then I place time indicator at 1 second and change offset value to 100%. So you can see how it will animate. But right now, it's animate per character, so I go into advanced options. And here you simply change character to lines, so it will animate line by lines. After that, I select both keyframes and change it to Bezier keyframes. This way of animation becomes more smoother. Next, let's close this property and then select Source Text. And then I'm going to add Opacity property. Let's rename this as Opacity. Then I open Range Select 1, and here I change the opacity value to 0 at first frame. Then I add a keyframe on the offset value. Then I go to 1 second mark, and then I increase the offset value to 100%. After that, I open the advanced options, and then I change its character to lines. Let's close this option, and once again, I'm going to add a fill color to this layer. Let's change its color to different color. And after that, I'm going to open Range Selector and rename this as a color 1. And then I'm going to change the end value to around 20%. So only certain part of this text showing different color. I place the time indicator at first frame. Then I add a keyframe on the offset value. Then I go to the 1 second mark and change the offset value around 100% so it will animate like this. By the way, you can adjust the position of the keyframes. So this way we can control the timing of this colored text. Next, I close this option and duplicate it. Then I change its color as well. Then I open the Range Select 1, and once again I change the keyframe position slightly to get a randomness. After that, I close this option, and then I'm going to make this layer as a 3D layer. And once again, I click the Animate icon, and then I select Enable per Character 3D option. So this way, we can animate each letter individually, and we got some randomness when we animate this. After that, I'm going to click this icon once again, and this time I choose a position property. And first, I rename this as a 3D position to recognize it, and then I change the Z value of the position around 500. After that, I open the Range Selector 1, and here I changed the offset value to -100 and add a keyframe. Then I go to the 3 second mark and increase the offset value to 100%. Then I open the advanced options, and here I change the shape as a square to smooth out the animation. After that, I turn on the randomize order to get a randomness. After that, I adjust the keyframe little bit. Alright, let's close this layer. Properties, and unsolo this layer. And then I scrub the timeline where the star animation is finished. So I drag this layer forward a bit and adjust it to get a perfect timing. Let's see the final preview. It looks nice and the timing is perfect. After that, I select this text layer and pre-compose it, name it as a text animation. And then scrub the timeline where the animation is finished, and then I search effect called Block Dissolve and add it to this layer. Then I add a keyframe on the transition and scrub the timeline, and then increase the value to 100%. And after that, I increase the block width to around 200, and I also adjust the keyframe to match the timing. And now it looks perfect, and it's time to move forward and see next chapter. So first, I create a new composition and name it Numbers, and set this comp as 1920 by 1080 pixels. So first, I open my Notepad application, and then I copy this number text. Then I select Text tool and paste this text here. Then I decrease the size of this text and align it to center of this composition. So first of all, I'm going to make this layer as a 3D layer. And after that, I open its text property and then I select Enable per character 3D option. And then I'm going to add a position value in this layer. After that, I'm going to open its properties and extend this view, so you can see it, and then I change the Z value around -1200. And then I turn on the randomize order. And after that, I change the offset value to -100%. Then add a keyframe on the offset value. Then I go to around 2 seconds and then increase the offset value to 100%. Now, if I play the preview, so you can see how it will animate. Next thing I want to change is that the shape option smooth to smooth out the animation. Right now, it's looking fine. So I'm going to rename this Animator 1 to 3D position. After that, I'm going to add a scale properties in this layer. Then I change its scale value to 0 at first frame. And then I go a little forward and change it to 100%. After that, I open the Range Selector 1, then I open the Advanced option and turn on the Randomize order. Also, I rename this Animator 1 to Scale. Then I press U on the keyboard to see all the keyframes, and extend the keyframes a little bit to slow down the animation. After that, I add a keyframe on the scale, and then at the last frame, I change it to 0 to disappear the numbers. Next, I go back to the main composition and add here a number. Then I drag it forward where the text animation is finished and match the number layer to get a perfect motion. And then I search an effect called Echo and add it to these number layers. Then I change the Echo number to 2. Also, I solo this to check the animation. It's looking pretty good. After that, I select number layer and then search effect called 4-color gradient and then add it to this layer. And after that, I change each color as black or white colors. And then I change the color points positions just like this. Next, I'm going to search another effect called tritone and then add it to this layer. And now I change its mid-tone color to a different color. After that, I'm going to search a glow effect and add it to this layer. Then I change the glow radius around 20%, and then I change glow threshold around 60 to get a glowing numbers. And now we almost complete our logarithm animation. So let's move forward to final chapter. So let's create a new composition, name it as a logo holder, and then I select text tool and write our title. Let's align it to the center. After that, I go back to the main composition and add our logo holder comp into this timeline, and then I scrub the timeline, and then I search effect called Pixel Poly Effect and add it to this layer. After that, I change the gravity to 0, and then I change the force value to 0. Also, I increase the start time around 4 or 7 and add a keyframe. Then I add a keyframe on the force property as well. Then I go back to the timeline, and then I change force to 16 and change the start time value as well to match the numbers animation. Then I select both keyframes and adjust it according to number animation. The research a block dissolve effect and add it to this layer. Let's increase the transition value to 100% and add a keyframe, then change its keyframe position and change transition value to 0. After that, I search a tritone effect and add it to this layer. Then I change the highlight color to match the number color, and then I search a glow effect and add it to this layer. Let's change glow threshold to 90% and glow radius to 30% to glow up our text. Then I add a keyframe on the glow intensity and blending. Then I go forward a bit and change blend value to 100 and also change glow intensity to 0. Also, I change start time value to higher number to settle down the text. Let's check the animation. That's looking nice. So that's how you can create AI data logo reveal animation in After Effects. If you want to know how to create a modern-looking digital background so you can watch this video, the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.